Welcome, welcome back to Jude's place. You'll have so much fun at Jude's place. Come on, sit right down, it's Jude's place.
Say I've got a lot to learn. Well, don't think I'm trying not to learn, since this is the perfect spot to learn. Teach me tonight, starting with the ABC of it, right down to the XYZ of it. Help me solve the mystery of it. Oh, teach me tonight. The sky's a blackboard high above you. If a shooting star goes by, I'll use that star to write I love you 1,000 times across the sky. One thing isn't very clear, my love. Should the teacher stand so near, my love? Graduation's almost here, my love. Teach me tonight. The sky's a blackboard high above you. If a shooting star goes by, I'll use that star to write I love you 1,000 times across the sky. One thing is very clear, my love. Should the teacher stand so near, my love? Graduation's almost here, my love. Teach me tonight. Teach me tonight. Teach me, teach me tonight.
Hello and welcome to another edition of Live from Jude's Place with me, Judith Owen. I'm joined today by Aretha on the couch here. She's sleeping. Frank is on the floor. They've both been having a really good time. I can't really reach it, but here it is with their brand new donut, musical donut. I figured that rather than sitting by a piano that's nothing more than a prop, until I actually use it on next week's show, why don't I just sit with the dogs? You know, they're music-loving, they're actually jazz-loving dogs, so why not sit on the couch and have a good time? Joined again at the helm, behind the lens, is the fabulous Ken Webb. Can you say hello, Ken, even though they can't hear you?
Hello!
All right, that's enough. That was, of course, the absolute incredible classic. That was the Jean DePaul, Sammy Cahn classic, Teach Me Tonight. It's been covered by so many jazz greats, as we know, but none more so, in my opinion, than the two fabulous women whose repertoire I'm going to be covering today. That would be the mighty Dinah Washington and the glorious Sarah Vaughan. I'm sure you've all heard it, especially then my friends at Jazz Corner, but the 1978 record, how long has this been going on? Sarah Vaughan with the Oscar Peterson trio. I mean, does it get any better than that? No. You heard it from the dog's mouth. So check that out if you haven't heard it already. It's magnificent. Now we're going to get back to those two marvelous women, bodacious women, in a bit. But first of all, I want to address a question that I've been getting from viewers of this very show and on Insta and Tickly Tockly and all sorts of amazing things onto the interwebs, haven't I? And that is, why are your band, who you saw there, the Gentlemen Callers, they weren't all there, but some of the gents were there. Why are they called the Gentlemen Caller? Good question. Thank you for asking. Now, let me tell you, it was completely authentic why they are called that. Excuse me. And the truth is that it's all down to my bestie British friend, another amazing singer-songwriter, Julia Fordham, who is an expat Brit living here in America. We are devoted to each other. And a long time ago, when she was still on the dating scene, of course, I've been married for like 158 years, so these words have never come out of my mouth, but she would refer to a hot date as my gentleman caller, which I thought was inspirational because it was so funny and it was so full of innuendo that it was going to be, basically, sex would occur. I mean, I think that was the point of my gentleman caller. That's really what it's saying. So I realized very quickly that with this music, with the music that I've been recording with these guys, there could be no better name than Gentlemen Callers. And it follows a tradition that female band leaders, you know, the badass women at the piano, would call their male band members, and predominantly, and my favorite, Julia Lee and her boyfriends. I mean, it's just fantastic. It's so wonderful because it's a role reversal. You know, it's the woman's in control. She's all powerful and she's sexy as hell and she's having fun with the guys who are answerable to her. I think it's absolutely magnificent. And that's why I'm going to play next the first live performance that we did with the Gentlemen Callers and myself. This was after a very long day filming the first two music videos. If you haven't seen them, they're on YouTube. But it was Blossom's Blues, the Blossom Dearie, amazing song, followed now, which is out right now, by Fine Brown Frame, the classic Nellie Lutcher song. And we'd just done that at Preservation Hall and then rushed over to Snug Harbour to do, as you do when you're exhausted and you've given your all, to go over and do two shows at Snug Harbour. And that's, I don't know how we did it, but we did it. And this is a beautiful performance, I think, from it. And it amazes me that we managed to get this one. But here is Julia Lee and her boyfriend's fabulous, classic song, Snatch and Grab It.
Opportunity is knocking at your door. Opportunity, it knocks but once and don't come back no more. Grab it, grab it, grab it right now or it might get away. You better snatch and grab it, snatch and grab it. Better snatch and grab it before it gets away. Grab it in the east, grab it in the west, grab it in the place you hold it best. You better snatch and grab it, snatch and grab it. Better snatch and grab it before it gets away. Grab it in the middle and hold it tight. You better snatch and grab it, snatch and grab it. Better snatch and grab it before it gets away. go, you better snatch and grab it. Snatch and grab it. Better snatch and grab it before it gets away. Mr. Token House King. The place that you grab a lot, you better snatch and grab it. Snatch and grab it. Better snatch and grab it before it gets away. So grab it in the morning, grab it in the night. Grab it, baby, and hold it tight. You better snatch, snatch and grab it. Snatch and grab it. Better snatch and grab it before it gets away. David talking now, Steve. Oh, man.
Ooh. I mean, come on, just the wig alone. Doesn't it make you just want to run out and buy a wig? Yeah, especially the guys. There is no more fun, let me tell you, than... I've always dressed in suits. You can probably tell by now. I'm very much an androgynous creature with lots of hair. Who likes to wear men's clothes and hats but man, wigs, woo! Wig up, baby. Of course, you know, everybody else tells me, normally I just like spend hours getting this into shape, but that night and for those videos, that was bring that kind of old Hollywood Rita Hayworth vibe. So anyway, that was a splendid time. I can't believe I was still standing. I mean, I couldn't form a sentence, let alone sing. So well done to the gentlemen callers and to myself for actually getting through that show. That was the beginning. That's what made us realize that we were onto something really special as people were screaming out innuendos and double entendres back at us. And that was the night that Kevin Lewis, the phenomenal cornet player that you see there, that's when his mother shouted out, "We love you, Lady J." And that is why I am now known as Lady J. It's pretty good, isn't it, Ken?
Yes.
Yes, thank you. That's enough. Anyway, now back to Dinah. I was going to say Dinah Krall. No. Now back to Dinah Washington and the fabulous Sarah Vaughan. Here's another song that those two women covered. And this is taking it a completely different direction, of course, from Snatch and Grab It. You couldn't get more double entendre than that. This is absolutely back to romance time, and I really think it was written by Walter Gross and Jack Lawrence. I'm looking around hoping I've got that right. Anyway, I'm joined on this by the fabulous Ryan Hanseler, who you've seen me perform with before. This is a duet that we did together, and this is really the quite extraordinarily beautiful Tenderly.
The evening breeze caress the trees tenderly. The trembling trees embrace the breeze tenderly. Then you and I came wandering by and lost in a sigh were we. The shore was kissed by sea and mist tenderly. I can't forget how two hearts met breathlessly. Your arms were put wide and closed me inside. You took my lips, you took my love so tenderly. The evening breeze erased the trees tenderly. The trembling trees embrace the breeze tenderly. Then you and I came wandering by and lost in a sigh were we. On shores we kissed right by the mist tenderly. I can't forget how two hearts met so tenderly. Your arms open wide and close me inside. You took my lips, you took my love
so
What a song. Correct? It really is, it's just gorgeous. And what a brilliant pianist Ryan Hanseler is. He really is quite remarkable. And that really does bring us to one last song. It's got to be big. It's got to be a big one. It's going to be a good one. If you caught the last 2 episodes, you'll know that basically I am giving you, my wonderful audience, first looks, premieres of seeing songs from the show that I did in July in Paris. It was a private show. It was a remarkable show, and I really am I'm just putting these ones out weekly because Ken, you get to mix them weekly. You get to see them weekly, and it's quite an extraordinary thing. More extraordinary because I hadn't even got over COVID. I had just had COVID and tested clear 2-3 days before this, I think I was hallucinating when I did this show, but it was a good thing. I think it was a good thing, to be quite honest with you. So we're going to come back now, straight back to Dinah Washington. We'll end with her. We'll just focus on her because this is a song. It wasn't recorded for the white audiences in America, that's for sure. This song is so racy. It is so unbelievably rude and deliciously mischievous that keeping a straight face while you sing it is a very, very hard thing. It has been sung by many other people, probably most famously by Bette Midler back in the 70s. And it is so lewd and so gorgeous, you can't help but be seduced by it. It is so much fun. In fact, and you might hear it if you listen carefully, as I know you will be doing, but when I actually hit the punchline of this song at the Paris show, there was a gasp. I think it was a gasp of appreciation, and the balls on that woman. Now, you have to have balls to sing songs like this. And Dinah Washington was the self-anointed queen of blues. That's what she calls herself. I want to share a quick story with you about Dinah Washington when she came to sing at the Palladium for the Royal Variety performance in front of Queen Elizabeth II back in the 50s. And she actually got on stage and said, directed at the Royal Box at Queen Elizabeth, she actually said, "There is only one heaven, there is only one God, and there is only one Queen, and you're looking at it. Elizabeth, you are an imposter." And you have to just go, but that went down really well, Ken, amongst the Brits in those days, in the 50s. I bet that went down really well. So anyway, it's like wearing a hat to sing music like this, to sing songs like this that are so unbelievably filthy and naughty. You got to really commit. You got to wear it. You can't let it wear you. You can't be shy and self-conscious. You have to absolutely deliver. So this is the last song of today's episode of Live from Jude's Place. Thank you so much for sharing a little bit of your Wednesday with me, Ella Pup. I look forward to seeing you next Wednesday, same time, same place. Please share. Please take care of yourselves. You know what I'm talking about. Next week, I absolutely will be at the piano, not just leaning on it and looking fab. I'll be playing it. The dogs will be at my feet. It's going to be fantastic. So until then, this has been Live from Jude's Place with me, Judith Owen, your hostess with the mostest love of bodacious women. And this is my ode, or rather, the fabulous ode to good dentistry, Long John Blues. Here we go, babies! Here we go!
a dentist over 7 feet tall. I say, I've got a dentist who's over 7 feet tall. Long John, they call him, and he answers every call. Well, I went to Long John's office and I told him the pain was killing. I went to Long John's office and I told him the pain was killing. He told me not to worry, my cavity just needed filling. Well, he took his trusty drill, he told me to open wide. He said he wouldn't hurt me, it'd fill my hole inside. Long John, you've got that golden touch. You thrill me when you fill me, and I need you so very,